Hey folks, and all be all here, and we're back with a new season of GAC. It's a 3v3 this time, which is pretty exciting. It's a good change. I think these days they've decided to alternate 5v5 seasons with 3v3, which is just interesting to see. So let's begin. Today we have a warm-up match. We are facing our opponent is Silver X from Ray's Elites, and it's a decent lifetime, 466, not the highest that I've faced. Has a couple of GLs, and I think likes to go medium defense, not too heavy. So that is what we are up against. Let us go in and see how we can get warmed up with the match. So my opponent has already gone, Silver X, and he was only able to clear one zone, which is good to see. Um, so what I did was my approach in 3v3 is to go relatively defense heavy, but not keep a single GL on defense. I like to keep, just for the extra added flexibility, I like to keep all my GLs on offense, and I like to keep a really tough defense otherwise. So I've kept my Darth Revan team. You can see I've kept my Rex, and I've kept my Padme. Got a couple of battles in against the Padme, which was good to see. And then at the back, I've kept my four toughest non-GL teams on defense. I've got my Jedi Knight Luke, which I think he took out using probably one of his GLs. I've kept um, the CLS squad, I've kept the Hero squad, and I've kept the Mando squad, which was taken out as well. IG-11, Mando, and Quill are not that strong in 3v3. They can be taken out with Geos and Treya and all that. And over here, I had my first order squad and the Grievous squad, which were taken out. But Newt is one of the stars, one of those teams which is a star in 3v3. Two battles and wasn't able to get through that. I put in Nest over here under Django and Newt. Django is with Relic 5. Django is troublesome on his own. With Newt lead, with the extra bonuses that extortion and all gives him, he tends to go pretty crazy. So good to see that team got a couple of holds, and then one hold on my Treya team as well. Treya is one of those squads that you usually keep on offense, both for 3v3 and 5v5. I decided to try something new and keep it on defense because unless you take a really strong team against it, you can tend to fail, as my opponent has currently done. So he's not reached my ship zone, and he's not going to do that as well. But I've kept my own negotiator and rebel fleet on defense, kept malevolence on offense. So I think we'll have enough to take out whatever fleets my opponent has for me. All right, so we've got a couple of hours left, almost 3 hours left um, before the phase ends, the attack phase. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my attack. I don't see a GL on defense yet in the front. There could be one at the back, but we'll see. But my opponent has kept a reasonably tough defense. You can see over here there's Padme, there's Crew, there are a couple of first order teams. There's Grievous, and then down south he's kept Bastila. He's kept Rex with fives and Echo, or actually that's Arc. And then he's kept his Basti and Malik under EP. The tougher version of this team obviously is with Darth Revan, but this one I think I should be able to take out using Jedi Knight Revan. So we're going to try that first. So we're going to go in and let's make sure that we have the right team selected. So we're going to go in and take our Jedi Knight Revan team against that. And let's go in. And hopefully we should be able to take care of this squad pretty easily. I'm going to go after Basti first. Let's put some buffs around so that Malik whiffs. Excellent. Now I'm going to just keep going after Basti. Let's do this. I'm avoiding all AoEs just because I don't want to get feared. Make an exception over here. Let's spread some buffs around. Good, we got whiffed. Now let's work on Palp because he is causing us to lose a lot of health. Every time that I, every time that my Jedi team takes a turn, I ended up losing lots of protection. Okay, so now that EP and Basti are out, now it's a question of just marking down Malik and taking care of him. So this one might take a little bit of a while to get down, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. Savior has been exhausted, so we'll need to be careful about our deaths. As long as Jolie is alive, I think we should be fine. Let's do another mark. That's another drain. I'm going to spread some buffs around. And let's call again. Excellent, a lot of dodges, which is what I like to see. Don't think we have any more drains left, so we should be good there. All right, 54 banners, not bad. Managed to make up all the lost protection. So if this was a Darth Revan team, that would have given me way more problems. So this is definitely the easier version of the team. And why I recommend nobody should keep this on defense is because it can be easily taken out with a Jedi Knight Revan team. Now let's try to take out the other squads without using a GL, and so that we can save all 3 GLs for the back. So what I'm going to do is against the Rex squad, I'm going to take in my first order crew and Fox with Watt in there. I want to make sure that the taunt is always on crew so that he can absorb the annihilate if that comes up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Fox, I'm going to use Kylo Ren, and I'm going to use Watt. There's going to be a lot of assists with Arc, but hopefully we should be able to get down our 5s pretty fast. So let's go give this to crew. And he's going to start attacking. Now I'm going to do that, and let's give the weapon stick to Fox. And the good thing about the weapon stick is it ignores defense, and 5s is someone who has tons of defense. So we'll need to get rid of this guy without let's get the plum protection up. So we need to get this guy out before he takes too many turns, and 5s is down. So that's now that 5s is taken care of. Now we can easily go and take care of Rex and Arc. First, I want to take care of Rex just because he can get problematic. I think that an annihilate is coming up, so I'll save the stun for now. And now we just have to work down this guy. Let's do a stun. I don't think we'll be able to recover all our protection on crew, so this will have to be a 53 banner victory. Yeah, oh, 54. I think we just managed to recover enough on crew. So doing well so far, 54 and 54. And now we need to see what we want to take against Basti. Now this squad doesn't have a tank, but it does have some heavy damage dealers. We've got Grandmaster Yoda in there. You've got a Dispeller in Ahsoka, and there's going to be tons of buffs on the team. If I had my Nest on offense, I would have definitely used this, use Nest against it, just because there's so many buffs going around, both from Grandmaster Yoda as well as Basti. But I don't have Nest, and my Nest has done a really good job on defense. So I am going to take my Han and Chewie in there. I think I can afford to use Han and Chewie because I have all 3 GL saved for the back. I think they should have enough damage to take care of this team. I usually go in with Kira lead, but I want a tank in there just because these guys do tons of damage. And then they'll end up taking turns. So instead of Kira lead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with another scoundrel who actually pairs pretty well with Han and Chewie, and I'm going to use Bosk for that. He's got a taunt, which is not going to go away with Ahsoka dispelling, because as long as the enemies have protection, Bosk is going to keep taunting, and he's going to have extra defense, extra protection, and he's also going to have guard from Chewbacca. So he's going to be extremely tough to take down. And hopefully, all at the back, we will have Chewbacca and Han Solo doing damage. Plus, the other advantage of this team is Bosk has Frenzy. So once he gets taunting, anytime that the other two use their specials, Bosk is going to get an immediate turn. And every time Bosk goes, Chewbacca assists as well. So there's going to be tons of assists on this team. And hopefully this should allow us to take down the bonus protection from Basti lead pretty soon. So that's going to be the goal. So no matter who I stun, you know, Grandmaster Yoda is going to go first because Basti is going to cleanse him and give him buffs. But that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and try to work him down as soon as possible. There we go. So you can see over here, there's almost no damage over here on Bosk. All right, let's go and he's targeting Chewie. So let's do this, and let's start working down on these guys. So Boss Taunt got dispelled, and the Frenzy got dispelled, which was unfortunate. But I think we should still be fine. We might not recover all our protection, but there we go. Boss Taunt came up again. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to recover all protection. But I think this team had enough damage to get the job done. 53 banners, which is a good outcome. Now let's see what's at the back. And then we'll know where we can use our GLs. Okay. Now it's taking a while to load up. All right, looks like there are no GLs at the back. Pretty weak teams, actually. So it looks like my opponent kept all his GLs on offense and was still not able to take out my team, was only able to clear one zone of mine, even though I kept no GLs on defense. So that's the advantage of keeping a uniformly tough defense. I mean, your opponent might be able to take 2 or 3 of their GLs against most of your teams, against 2 or 3 of your teams, but the other teams, if they are still tough, then you know, there's going to be a fair amount of struggling over there. So let's see what we want to use our 3 GLs against. The stuff over here is pretty weak. Well, Newt with the Dooku squad might be a little problematic. There's no Newt on defense, but I think these squads over here are probably going to be the toughest. So we can do something good against these. All right, so maybe against what do I do? So I have 3 GLs and I've got gas and I've got yeah, the others I can probably take something weaker against the stuff down south, but the GLs I think I want to use against these 3 teams over here. Let me go in with against Galactic Republic. I think I want to take in Kylo. Okay, let's do that. Let's take in our Rey against Galactic Republic. And I think a Rey solo should be fine. Yeah, because Courage is not going to do any damage to her, so I think Rey solo should be fine. Let's do a couple of whirlwinds, a couple of lifebloods, so that we can get the whirlwind out and take care of Anakin. And let's do another one for good measure. And let's start recovering some health back. And then once we feel we are at full health and full protection, then we can go ahead and do our ultimate. I think in the next turn it's going to come up. There we go. We are at full health and full protection, so let's go ahead and do the ultimate. And I have my Ray modded for offense, so this should take care of both of them pretty easily. 200k damage on each of them, so 56 banners. Really good outcome. Now, what do I want to use against the others? Let's see. So SLKR, I think JML I can probably use against the crew squad. Against this crew squad, I think I can also use Jedi Training Ray. Well, you know, it's got Red Trooper in there, so I think I'll just use JML. Yeah, I can use JML with some side Jedi, because there are going to be a lot of assists and a lot of what do I have for Hux then? Let's see. I can probably use gas or something for Hux. Okay. All right. So I think against crew, I'm going to use my Jedi. So this guy. Ooh, I also wanted to use Cam with. Now that I've got Cam relicked up, I want to use Cam with Basti and Ahsoka. So I'll probably use. I'll use this against crew. Can probably get done with only Jedi Master Luke and Hermit Yoda, but you know, there's Red Trooper in there, and there's a lot of AOEs. So let's make sure that we end with decent banners over here. Okay, let's call this guy. Let's actually take care of Sith Trooper. There we go. He's taken care of. I'm gonna just do this. And let's actually get rid of him. There we go. Another AoE, and that takes care of him. 54. So full banners over there. Yeah, I probably didn't need Barris in there, but that's fine. Now I've got SLKR. What do I want to use SLKR against? I've got JTR that I can probably use against one of these. I've got Vader. I think I'm going to use my Vader against Count Dooku. Yeah, they've got GBA and Spy in there, so Vader might actually be good over there. What do I want to use against Hux? Hux is going to be the next major one. How fast is he? It's going to be a lot of countering over here. Not too fast, 265. All right, there's first order Stormtrooper as well. I think I can probably use my gas over here. Or maybe I should use my gas against one of these squads. Let's see. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to try against the Hux squad, I'm going to try the Basti, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Ahsoka. There's going to be tons of hits over here and a Dispel. This one I think is going to be a good squad against Hux. They got to go first. All right, let's actually give some buffs to this guy. And let's dispel this. Wow, a lot of damage. I am going to take care of First Order Executioner. Let's actually stun Hux. Wow, that's a ton of damage. Come on, let's get through. Whew. I thought this team would do more damage, but it's just not impressive enough. Man, that's unfortunate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to that team. I should have probably taken my SLKR against that. Yeah, I'd forgotten how much damage Hux lead does, especially with Relic First Order. With dominance, he gives tons of offense to the team. And I thought personally that the Basti team might survive a little bit more, but unfortunately they didn't do a good enough job. So we'll have to come back to that. We'll clean it up with something else. What else do we want to do against the rest? Still have my SLKR. Let's clean up the others for some good banners and then we'll come back to that. Okay, let's use Vader against the against that squad. Dooku. I'm going to use these guys. Yep, this should do it. Okay, let's reduce everyone's turn meter and get into Merciless. And I'm going to do a... Let's see... Be a basic over here. Brood Alpha. Basic over here. That should take care of him. Let's do a cull over there. And basic on him. And I am going to fracture Dooku and do a AoE over here and start working down on him. Alright, so he was called back, but I think we should cycle back to our ability fast enough. Yeah, I'm going to do a culling blade so that it wasn't enough. Alright, let's pass this back to Vader so that we get into Merciless again. Take care of Brood. Let's do an AoE over here. I don't think I'll be able to cycle back, but that's fine. Okay, so that team was taken care of. I should probably use this against the Hux team. Would have got the damage done before they even got a chance to move. But that's fine. What else? What else? I can try my... I've been... You know, one thing which really works well against the... Well, I still have my SLKR. I'll probably use SLKR against... Yeah, the rest of the teams are weak over here. So I'll use SLKR against this. Solo against General Grievous. Let's get rid of him. And then we'll clean up the other First Order squad with something else. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. 55 banners. We're doing pretty okay on banners, even though we lost one battle. Um, Now, what do I want to do against the others? Let's see. Against the Poggle team with Sunfac in there. Let's see what teams I have available with me. I've got my GAS. I've got my JTR. I have my Wampa. I have my... You know what? I think I'm going to use my sisters against this squad over here and take care of them. They've got no healing. I should have probably just gone in with sisters right away at the beginning. So let's take our sisters over here against that. Yeah, I should have probably done this right at the beginning. Let's get rid of First Order Executioner. Let's do a stun over here. Another stun. And get rid of him. And do a mass assist so that we get back to full health and full protection. Yeah, this is what I should have tried right from the beginning. It's so easy with sisters. Part of 3v3 is knowing which team to take in. 5v5 is more about execution, where you take in the right team and then you make sure that the sequence of events is right to get you max banners. But in 3v3, it's all about choosing the right team to take against your enemy. All right, Malevolence and Empire. So the Malevolence is a weaker fleet, so I'm going to take my Radus against that. Let's see, Radus with resistance. There we go. I've done this battle plenty of times. It should be not a big deal at all. Right, that's the fleet I usually like to take against Malevolence. Alright, so the order of operations is you first start with a special so that he whiffs on Foresight, and then I give this to Houndstooth so that he can start taunting right away. And then they'll probably end up putting buzz droids on everyone. There we go. Then the next move that you need to do is daze so that they don't assist. And then I'm going to use my specials as much as I can. And then it's important not to call reinforcement but to heal over here, so that we get rid of the buzz droids. After we do that, then we need to call in the our Ray's Millennium Falcon. And then I do this ability first. Keep using Foresight. There we go. And now I can probably work down on Hyena Bomber. Things are going okay so far, but they are targeting my Poe, so I need to make sure that my taunt is on my Hyena Bomber. Very, very close to ultimate. Let's do an AoE, see how many we can take out. Not a single one. Daze is always good because these guys tend to assist a lot. I'm just going to keep this on him. Ooh, there we go. So unfortunately, before we got our ultimate out, they got rid of our tank, Houndstooth, but that's fine. I think we'll still end with more than 60 banners. Alright, so we do an AoE, get rid of as many of these as we can. Let's get rid of this guy and this guy. There we go. 61. Yep, so despite losing the tank, we ended up at 61. Now, I've got my Malevolence on offense, which should be pretty straightforward against any Empire fleet, so I'm going to use that. Malevolence, Separatist Squad. And I probably don't need everyone. I'm just going to take in Spy. And we kill them with Plague. or not plague, rather, buzz droids. All right. Let's dispel that target lock, or we won't be able to dispel because there is Vader in there. But we managed to spread a lot of these buzz droids around. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's keep going after him. That is done, and I think with this one we should be able to assist and get rid of this guy. There we go. 65 banners. Okay, pretty straightforward. So ships is taken care of. We just need to clear the bottom zone, and then we should be clear for the win. Let's see what we want to take against these. I've got my... This one is Sunfac, right? Yeah, it is Sunfac. Okay. I've got my JTR that I can use against that. I've got my gas, and I've got my Mon Mothma. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I don't have my Bosk anymore. Okay, so let's use JTR against the Poggle squad. Okay, let's use JTR against the Poggle squad and end with decent banners over there. Let's give the turn to him. Reduce the turn meter on Poggle. Work on Sunfac, actually. Let's spread some expose around. Keep working on Poggle, on Sunfac. Let's remove this, and let's make sure we get rid of... Well, he's still stuck behind the taunt, but that's fine. We got rid of them pretty fast. All right, let's hide him. And I think there should be 54 banners, no problem. Okay, there we go, 54 banners. Now, Night Sisters. And then we have our own Separatist squad, B1. That's actually going to be pretty good. What else do we have? We have our Geos as well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my Geos against... so there's a feat to complete, which is the Imperial Troopers. I'm going to use my Geos against Bounty Hunters and get rid of that. I'm going to use gas against the Night Sisters and time out after only zombie is left. And then I'm going to take in my Imperial Troopers and then complete that feat so that we at least have that taken care of. Okay, so let's go in with Geos against Bounty Hunters. Let's see, Geonosians. Gonna take in my Brute, this guy, and who else? Not Poggle. Or maybe, you know what, let me see what other Separatists I have. Maybe I can just take in B1. Yeah, just for the extra healing, I think. It'll be pretty good. Okay, let's start working down on Bosk. There you go. Bosk taken care of. And let's keep working on Django now. That's the first death. Let's heal up a little bit. Okay, that guy is done. So that's the advantage of keeping B1 on offense. is not only does it give you full health and full protection banners because of his unique, but he also helps to heal up other separatists in case you're running short. So you're almost guaranteed to end with full 54 banners. So B1 on offense, or either you using it with Django and Poggle, or in any other separatist team, is just great for banners. Okay, so we have won pretty comfortably. So I'm going to go and take in my gas with, let's see, what are the 501st I have? And I'm going to time out on this on once only zombies left. Okay, let's take care of Asajj first. I'm only going to do basics. Okay, let's do this. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, come on, man. We did a special. Oh, well, I wanted to time out on that, but I guess I'll have to see how I can do the trooper feat in maybe the next in the next match. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 2654. Despite having one loss over here on Hux, I think in the future I'll directly go in with my Night Sisters against a Hux team, just because they do so much damage and so much assist abilities. Um, it's just better to go in with sisters who have a lot of revive capabilities and who've got survivability, and the fact that Hux teams usually don't have healing. So I think Night Sisters is the best option over there. Okay, so 2654, not bad. Although I'm a little bummed out I wasn't able to get the feat completed, but that's fine. So good warm-up match, good outcome. Let's go ahead and we'll wait for our next match in a couple of days. Hopefully we have some stiffer opponents and some more harder defenses to face. But hopefully I'll get to complete my trooper feat at that time. All right, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you guys in a couple of days. Until then, take care and happy gaming.